In a sprawling city teeming with ambition and unspoken secrets, the stories of young girls, love, and betrayal intertwine in a complex web of pain and resilience. Each chapter of their lives reveals the darkest corners of society, yet within them lies an undeniable spark of hope. Nina, a brilliant lawyer in her early 30s, juggles a demanding career and the responsibility of raising her 12-year-old daughter, Maya. Despite her professional success, Nina is consumed by the fast-paced world of corporate law. Her office hours are long, and her personal life is a mere blur. Every day, she kisses Maya on the cheek in the morning and rushes out, too busy to notice the emptiness in her daughter's eyes. Maya, once a lively child, grows quiet. Her world is confined to the walls of their elegant, but cold, apartment. She befriends no one at school and finds solace only in the pages of her sketchbook. The isolation amplifies her pain, especially as the boys at school begin to taunt and bully her. They say cruel things, push her in the halls, and stare at her in ways that make her skin crawl. But these whispers and touches pale in comparison to the torment she faces at home. Unbeknownst to Nina, Maya's father, Samuel, who is supposed to protect her, has been hiding his own secrets. When Nina is away on business, Samuel's affections turn sinister. In the silence of the night, when Maya is vulnerable and alone, he abuses her, his own daughter, a betrayal so deep that it destroys any remnants of the trust she had in the world. And David live in a luxurious, sprawling home. They have a young son, 8-year-old Tom, full of laughter and energy. Their house help, Grace, is a quiet, kind-hearted woman who comes from a poor village. Grace, who had once been a victim of abuse herself, is determined to provide a better life for her family through hard work. But something shifts in her over time. At first, the touches seem innocent, but soon, the house help begins to take advantage of Tom's innocence. She manipulates his trust, creating a confusing relationship that the young boy cannot fully comprehend. Grace knows it's wrong, but desperation has clouded her judgment. She convinces herself that she deserves this power over him, that no one will ever believe Tom if he speaks up. When Tom finally tells his parents, David dismisses the accusations, unable to fathom that the woman they trusted could harm their son. Elena, in her state of denial, refuses to believe that their trusted employee could betray them. As the tension builds, Grace becomes more reckless, and Tom becomes quieter, more withdrawn, his innocence fading. Elena's work as a high-powered executive leaves her too distracted to notice the changes in her son until it's too late. When the truth finally comes out, it shatters the family beyond repair. Meanwhile, at a corporate office building, a powerful woman named Sarah, who heads a multinational company, finds herself tangled in her own web of deceit. She has worked tirelessly to rise through the ranks, but in doing so, she has sacrificed her moral compass. Sarah is aware of the exploitation happening under her own roof, where her employees, particularly her housemaids, are subjected to harassment and mistreatment by the bosses, including herself. Her own affair with a married colleague, Richard, has left her conflicted. Their passion is undeniable, but it's built on lies and the power dynamic of their professional roles. Sarah knows that her actions are damaging, but she feels trapped in a system that rewards her success at the expense of others' dignity. In the shadows of Sarah's world, a humble watchman named John works the night shift at her office building. John, a quiet man with few words, has a dark past of his own. Sarah had once dismissed him as nothing more than a background figure, but their fleeting encounters have taken a dangerous turn. One night, their casual conversation leads to a moment of weakness for Sarah, and she ends up pregnant. The consequences are immediate and devastating. John, who is ashamed of what has transpired, now faces the risk of losing everything, including his family and dignity. Sarah, who initially believed the pregnancy could be hidden, must confront the reality that her actions are coming to light. As the stories converge, the lines between victim and perpetrator blur. Maya, now a young woman, grapples with the deep trauma of her father's betrayal. After years of silence, she finds the courage to speak out, forcing Nina to confront the darkness in her marriage. Nina, devastated by the truth, struggles to understand how she missed the signs and failed her daughter. Yet, amid her pain, Nina realizes that her daughter needs her more than ever. It is through forgiveness, though not easily won, that both mother and daughter begin the journey to heal. Nina steps away from her high-powered job, realizing that love and family cannot be sacrificed on the altar of success. In the process, she discovers a new sense of self-worth and strength that empowers her to protect Maya and give her the space to heal. Elena, who has lost her son's trust, fights to rebuild their relationship. She confronts Grace, who is now pregnant by her own abusive partner, realizing that both she and her son were victims of a system that failed them. Together, they begin to advocate for abused children, using their own painful experience as the foundation for change. Tom, now a teenager, finds solace in the arms of an understanding counselor who helps him process the trauma and guilt he felt over his silence. It's a long road, but forgiveness is the key. He forgives his mother for not believing him and in turn, learns to forgive himself. Sarah's affair with Richard crumbles, as the weight of her pregnancy forces her to reevaluate her priorities. She leaves her job, seeks therapy, and eventually finds a new path toward redemption, not through the eyes of others, but through the courage to change her own life, and John, the watchman, is forced to make amends. In the end, his relationship with Sarah doesn't last, but he does find peace, realizing that while his past actions can never be undone, he can choose to become a better man for his own children. Shadows of Silence ends with the message that healing and redemption are possible, but not without a fierce commitment to confronting the past. Forgiveness doesn't erase the pain, but it opens a door to a future where love, trust, and empathy can flourish. The young girls, boys, and women who have suffered find solace in knowing they are not alone, and that with courage and love, they can rise above the darkest chapters.